Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, where I live. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. And with every broken bone, I swear I lived.
Some teachers up, like the CTE teachers.
I swear I lived. Every broken bone, I swear I did it all.
Okay. Okay. Really quick, can we have Mr. Hunter, Mrs. Myers, and Mr. Moat come backstage really quick? Did they? Mr. Hunter, Mrs. Myers, and Mr. Moat, can we get you backstage? Okay, we're gonna get started. Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Janaea Pardo. I'm the senior class president, and I'd like to welcome you all out to this assembly. I'm super stoked that we get to have another one in the auditorium and that I actually get to see your whole face. And we'd just like to remind you that this is a formal assembly, so please remove your hats and be respectful. First, we'll start out with Mrs. Bliss. She has some counseling recognitions to announce.
Good morning, everyone. We have a number of awards and recognitions to give out today for students who have gone above and beyond in preparing for their future. These accomplishments we're recognizing today look very good on college and scholarship and job applications. We'll start with the CTE Pathways introduction by Janaea Pardo, and then the teachers will present their pathways. Then Eileen Rojas will present our Regents Scholars, and then Sarah DeGraff and Reed will present students who earned the Snow College Certificate of Completion, and Deja Stevens will present this year's Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award.
The CTE Pathways program rewards students who take classes in particular hands-on field of study such as health, agriculture, business, or carpentry. Pathways classes prepare students for career and future study and for life. They make an excellent entry on a scholarship application or job resume. We would like to honor the seniors who have earned a CTE or career technical education pathway this year by having the CTE teachers come up and present their pathway completers with a certificate and an honor cord for them to wear at graduation. Mr. Hunter will present the agriculture pathways represented by a green cord. Mrs. Myers will present the business and marketing pathways represented by a yellow cord. Mr. Burston will present the health science pathways represented by a red cord, and Mr. Moat will present the skilled technical and engineering pathways represented by a brown cord.
That's rare for me have to raise a microphone. All right, could I have the following students please come up here? Jacob Adams, Ashley Christensen, Isaiah Callahan, Devin Robinson, Sadie Jensen, Julio Ortiz, both the Froylan Padillas, Aaron Thomas, Big Jace Watson, John Gates, David Nunley, Caden Wilson, Gray Stevens, Mackenzie Thatcher, and Dawson Ellison. If you guys will please come up. Okay, Jake, come on over. Jacob's an amazing young man. I've had the opportunity to teach him, also work with him at Fillmore Market. He receives his ag mechanics and system pathway, and Mrs. Bliss is going to come and help with the things. Here you go. Ashley Christensen. Is Ashley here today? Well, that's kind of been the last couple of months. Isaiah Callahan. Devin Robinson. I've seen Devin today. Sadie Jensen. Wow. Julio. All right. Julio Ortiz, Ag Mechanics Systems Pathway. Good job. Froylan G. Padilla. Are you G or D? D, yeah. Yes. His middle name is Dallas, which is great. He gets his animal science and veterinary pathway. Aaron Thomas. Aaron gets his Ag Mechanics System pathway. Enjoyed Aaron. Is the other Froylan here? Okay, come on over, bud. Okay. Ag Mechanics. Thank you. Big Jace. Jace has been a great young man in both our shop programs. Got to tell a little story. He borrowed my truck to help in the construction class to go pick up some lumber. He came back and parked my truck by the shed. The ever nimble Coach Moat fell off the shed, landed on the hood of my truck, and broke my bug screen. Coach Moat came in with this little plastic thing. He says, "I guess you heard about the truck." I said, "Yes, I did." But I'm glad it saved Coach from the fall. But Jace is a great young man. John Gates. Yeah. John Gates receives his ag mechanics, and a great young man. He's done a great job as a student body officer, was involved in the FFA, went to Washington, D.C., and me and Mr. Dearden made him cry in the hallway. One of the highlights of our entire trip. I don't think you had to mention that, Coach. Oh, I did have to mention that. David Nunley. David has both ag mechanics and animal science and veterinary pathway. Dave was amazing. In Washington, D.C., Carl Gunderson got locked on the balcony, and Dave was able to fix it. I spent 20 minutes, well, kind of trying to open it, but I know, just a lift and slide. Caden Wilson. Caden Wilson has ag mechanics and animal science. Let's finish that dog box. Franklin Gray Stevens. The Gray receives animal science pathway. Great young man. We've had a few tussles, but it's been fun.
I've put him on the floor every time.
Dreamer. It's good to dream big, Gray. Mackenzie Thatcher. Mackenzie has ag production and animal science and vet pathway. And I'm going to miss Mackenzie. She has done a fantastic job this year. There you go. You're amazing. Dawson Ellison. Dawson served as our FFA president this year. He receives his ag mechanics pathway. And great young man. Wish him the best. Yeah. We're gonna take a picture.
All right, so I have 3 students who completed either the business and information and management pathway or the accounting and finance pathway. Janaea Pardo, Callie Lowe, and Audrey Camp. Could you please come up? Janaea Pardo, she was right here close. Where'd she go? She completed the business and information pathway, so congratulations to her. And then Audrey Camp completed the accounting and finance pathway. And yay! And both she and Callie are, I'm pleased to announce, plan to continue their education in business when they go to college, so that's exciting. And Callie Lowe completed both the accounting and finance and business information pathway in 3 years, so congratulations to her.
We're racing back here to see who can be the fastest. I'll bet I win. I need Hannah Waddups to come up, please. Hannah has completed all of her classes to finish up the health science pathway. Unfortunately, the state kind of changed some things on us this year with some of the classes that they want this pathway to involve and some that we offer and some things like that. So Hannah was the only one that got through it. We're going to see what we can do to fix that a little bit for you guys that are coming up. Hannah, congratulations. There's your cords for graduation. Congratulations. I'm sure Mrs. Bliss is going to want a picture.
Okay, could I have Gray, Tyson, Orson, Braxton Bond, Colby Cummings, and Bryson Teeples come up? Okay, these guys, well, I have 3 different pathways. I have a manufacturing and production pathway, which is basically woods. I have cabinet and millwork, which is kind of more of an advanced woods. And then CAD architectural design. And I had several in each of those areas. So first one is, where'd Gray go? What are you doing, Gray? Okay, Gray, all of my students have been really excellent this year, even Gray. He's been good. He built a gun cabinet the size of a house, still working on it and trying to get it done. So Gray was part of this manufacturing production pathway. And I had Tyson. Well, I can't say enough good about Tyson. He was one of my TAs also this year, along with Jace. And between the 2 of those young men, they were amazing. I've never had better TAs. They got more done in the shop and more things fixed up than we've been wanting to get our wood tables done for years, and that all got done this year. That's in addition to his pathway, which is the cabinet and millwork pathway, and he was able to build, quite a few things I won't even mention, but he went all year, so good job, Tyson. Kind of jumping around a little bit, we're going to go to the drafting side. Orson Whitaker, he got my CAD architectural design pathway. He was my only drafting 2 student this year. Did an excellent job. He came in later than others and was able to catch right up, and he's pretty amazing at that. He got a new program and he was teaching me, so good job, Orson. Next one is Braxton Bond. He got the cabinet and millwork pathway. Kind of funny he got that pathway because he built a recurve bow this year. Pretty amazing bow. Don't tell anybody. He was safe. But just did an excellent job. He's been a great student to have. And I think he's done other cabinet things earlier in his high school career. Okay, I got Bryson Teeples next. He was my manufacturing and production pathway student, and I didn't see him a lot, wasn't at school a lot, but when he was there, he got some good projects done throughout the years. Tried to embarrass him a little bit, but great student, great young man, and fun to have in class. So Bryson, Congratulations. Do you know where Colby Cummings is? Colby, are you out there? No Colby today? All right.
This is the last year for the Regent Scholarship. It will be replaced by the Opportunity Scholarship after this year, which is similar merit-based Utah Scholarship. The Regent Scholarship has rewarded college-bound students who take college prep classes, maintain a 3.3 GPA, score at least a 22 on the ACT, and complete the FAFSA. The FAFSA is the Federal Financial Aid Form Online. The scholarship will not be awarded until July, but we would like to recognize the 12 students who qualified and applied for the scholarship, which is the most we have ever had. The following students will please come up. It's Katie Kelly, Orson Whitaker, Heidi Thurman, Audrey Camp, Natalie Starley, Kaylee Lowe, Bryn Rasmussen, Gracie Adams, Eliza Swallow, McCall Wardle, Mackenzie Brown, Josie Fulmer. Did we miss anyone? They're all coming up. I should probably take this. Just over here.
Thanks. Okay, this is for the Snow College Certificate of Completion. We have 4 students who have earned the Snow College Certificate of Completion, the most we have ever had. These students have taken all their college general education requirements toward an associate's or bachelor's degree while in high school. This is about a year's worth of college that students complete for under $200. We want to congratulate the following students for this accomplishment. And will they please come up? Natalie Starley, Elizabeth Farron, McCall Wardle, Eliza Swallow.
The Daughters of the American Revolution created a Good Citizen Award back in 1934, which honors students who possess, to an outstanding degree, the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. After being selected by her teachers and peers, the recipient of this year's Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizens Award is Gracie Adams. Please come up.
Let me get your picture, Gracie. Smile. Good job. Okay, for our final recognition today, we have chosen today, and now this could be any day in May, but we have chosen today to celebrate National College Signing Day, or any post-high school training signing day. So I would like to, let's play some music. I'd like to recognize all the senior students who have applied to and accepted admission to any post-high school education or training program. This could be a 2-year college, a 4-year college or university. It could be a tech school, a trade school, an apprenticeship, Job Corps, military, or anything else. For those of you who have signed on to any of these post-high school opportunities for the coming year or after a deferment, you all scored. We are so proud of each one of you, and we have a score bar for you and a flower lei for each one of you. This will be presented by our senior class officers. So please come forward as I read off the post-high school education or training plan that you have chosen. First, we'll have those who have chosen to go to a 2-year college. Please come up. 2-year colleges. This can be in the state or out of the state. Anyone who has chosen a 4-year college or university, either right away or a deferment, come on up. Good job, you guys. Once you get your flower lei, go ahead and stay up here. We'll get a picture of you. So you 2-year students, if you went back, come up. Okay, anyone who has chosen a tech school or a trade school, please come forward. I know there's a few of you out there. Anyone who has chosen Job Corps, stay up here, guys. Stay up. Anyone who has chosen an apprenticeship? Anyone who has chosen an apprenticeship? Okay, how about the military? Anyone thinking of military? We usually have 1 or 2. All right, any other post-high school education or training program that I have not mentioned, please come up. Okay, congratulations to each one of you. We are so proud of you. And let's get a picture. You guys squeeze in together. All right, we got it. All right, congratulations to each one of you and happy National Post-High School Signing Day.
And now we will watch the senior slideshow.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever, everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. And I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today, toast to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your memories bring back your memories bring back your memories bring back your
I'm gonna need you to raise your glass. I don't care what you put in it. Here's the nights that you can't take back. We live hard, but we love to laugh. And we all thought that we'd get rich fast. Hopped the plane out for greener grass. Found out the greenest cash don't compare to the friends that last. See, we won't forget where we came from. The city won't change us. We beat to the same drum. No, we won't forget where we came from. The city can't change us. We beat to the same drum, the same drum. And no matter where we go, we always find a way back home. No matter where we go, we always find a way back home. So here's to the cheap sunglasses, Red Bull and minivans, people who had your back when the world didn't understand. See, we won't forget where we came from. The city won't change us. We beat to the same drum. No, we won't forget where we came from. The city can't change us. We beat to the same drum, the same drum. And no matter where we go, we always find a way back home. And no matter where we go, we always find a way back home. When time's losing, we're losing touch and fading away, we'll still be raising our cups to save them things. Oh no, this city won't change us. 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 Won't change us. Hey, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. And no matter where we go, we always find a way back home. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. And no matter where we go, we always find a way back home. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. And no matter where we go, we always find a way back home. We always find a way back home. Yeah, we always find a way back home.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right.
We would like to give Shandy a huge shout out for putting that slideshow together. She is the best.
On? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to do the senior predictions, and Liza's going to start.
Okay, McCall Alberto. After realizing she doesn't like sports, she becomes a cosmetologist and opens up McCall's Clippings.
Sarah DeGraffenreid realizes that dyeing her hair is expensive, so she becomes a cosmetologist to do it herself, and is very good at it. She becomes the Kardashians' hairstylist.
Gracie Adams goes to college in Virginia for 2 weeks, meets her husband, and they get married a week after.
Zach D. Herrera. During a soccer game in college, his hair gets in his eyes, and he mistakes the bar for the ball, breaks his foot, and never plays soccer again.
Jacob Adams becomes a director, but his first movie, Mega Shark vs. Megaworm, is a bust. But Disney likes it, and he directs the next Avengers film.
Christian De La Cruz joins the NBA and becomes the next LeBron James. He has his own shoe line.
Braxton Bond could have gone to a D3 school, but injures himself throwing. He becomes the new football coach at Millard, and we never win state.
Liza De Leon, after dreaming becoming filthy rich, she goes to college to pursue politics and becomes the next AOC and President of the United States. Her presidency isn't very good.
Yikes. Anyways, Haley Brayman was going to become a cheerleader at UCLA, but unfortunately is turned down after the bassist drops her 5 times.
Rebecca Dixon graduates but decides to stay in Kanosh and work with her brother. They quit their jobs and follow their dreams. They become Dick Squared, a famous sibling rap group.
Mackenzie Brown graduates from Stanford, Harvard, cures cancer, ends world hunger, and is best-selling author.
Dawson Ellison has a farm with 5 chickens, 24 cows, 28 goats, 45 horses, 60 sheep. He also buys 4 trucks just to do burnouts in. He proceeds to crash all of them.
Felicity Cahoon. After graduation, she decides that college is not for her, so she dedicates her life to follow Harry Styles everywhere he goes, and gets caught and gets a restraining order.
Alec Engstrom is insanely smart once he realizes he can get good grades if he would just go to class. He graduates top of his class from college.
Isaiah Callahan starts wrestling for Ohio, but quits and spend more time with Trayton and Darian. He isn't seen without them.
Yesenia Enriquez
becomes a famous cartoonist that is dedicated to making fun of Liza's presidency.
Audrey Camp moves to Idaho to run, but marries a very rich business major instead. She never works again.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Lizzie Farron, after quitting soccer, swim, band, theater, and the pool, she moves on to college, which she quits a year after.
Woo! Gerardo Candia starts a body shop that specializes in race cars. He realizes Fillmore was not a good place to start it and moves it to California. Joe Flynn does not have any plans after school, but gets a last-minute offer to play football for a college in Kentucky.
Malia Cannon, after college, she becomes a successful writer, realizes that she loves volleyball more than writing. She comes back to Millard and becomes the new volleyball coach.
Josie Fulmer, after finishing college, she moves back to Kanosh to become a musical theater teacher at Millard High. She writes and directs a play about her life. It's incredibly boring.
Kurt Chapman owns a car dealership and is the richest person in all of class of 2021.
Danny Garcia marries Shaylee and lives in Coach B's basement. Eventually, he realizes he just wanted to hang out with Coach B.
Esme Chavez, after graduation, she's never heard from again, but comes back 10 years later with 7 kids and 11 dogs.
John Gates realizes he has bigger things in life and becomes Mr. McCall Wordle. He also plays for the Bengals because he likes the color orange, I guess.
Arden Chevalier accidentally sets the world record for fastest chess game played. He realizes that this is his true calling and devotes himself to it.
Xiomara Havron. After graduating, she wins the lottery but spends all the money on clothes and shoes.
Ashley Christensen invents a video game with David that earns them millions, but he spends it all purchasing massive sombreros from gift shops all over the world and calls David to give him more money for more sombreros.
Colby Cummings, after accidentally setting the shop on fire as a prank, he doesn't graduate.
Do you want to do that one too?
Isaac Hernandez gets the biggest muscles in the senior class.
Keith Davenport does not set the shop on fire. However, he sets an entire mountain on fire. He blames it on Audrey and doesn't get into trouble. He proceeds to name his first boy after her, Andre Davenport.
Sadie Jensen has a complete lifestyle change and devotes herself to a monastery in the Himalayas and becomes a nun.
Jocelyn Dean becomes an Olympic swimmer and it becomes the face of the arena. She's also still working at the pool.
Katie Kelly. Even though swim was not her favorite sport, she ends up being the new swim coach after Spenlove quits.
Damon Dearden sets the shop on fire with Kobe and tragically loses his hair. Also doesn't graduate.
Tilden Kessler can never part with Millard High and becomes the next coach hunter, Coach Kessler.
Jed DeGraffenreid returns home after his mission to realize that he needs John in his life. They proceed to do everything together.
Marker Maxfield ends up owning his own dealership and years later makes his own car brand called Maxfield. He becomes a millionaire.
Kylie Mooney, after graduation, goes to a BTS concert, tries to sneak into the back, but gets caught and spends the rest of her life in jail.
Eliza Swallow moves to play ball, but little does she know Tyler follows her. They get married on October 10th, 2021. They return to Enterprise and never leave.
Lisbeth Nieves, after graduation, she changes her name, looks, moves to rural Canada, and is never heard from again.
Lupita Tapia becomes a nurse but accidentally pulls the plug on a patient, all because she wanted to charge her phone.
David Nunley, after releasing a multi-million-dollar video game with Ashley, he keeps his money safe from Ashley.
Bryson Teeples tears his ACL while sliding to second base. He sadly never gets a career in the MLB.
Julio Ortiz opens a body shop with Gerardo, but after they get into distribute, they become rivals.
Mackenzie Thatcher pursues her dream and makes millions off of breaking troubled horses.
Froylan R. Padillo wins American Idol and is a multi-millionaire after his cover of The Chainsmokers goes viral.
Aaron Thomas goes to the rodeo but not as a rider. He discovers he has a passion for being a rodeo clown. He is now the pro circuit's go-to clown.
Froylan D. Padilla. After graduation, Froylan goes to Monte Cassino in Italy, which is a monk temple, and tries to find inner peace and self-love.
Heidi Thurman does not swim, play soccer, or run in the future. She becomes a licensed therapist to repay Spenla for all of his therapy he gave her.
Janaea Pardo becomes Miss America, but after a skateboarding incident, she loses her crown. She proceeds to go on tour talking about safety while riding.
Sergio Trujillo is an instant YouTube sensation, passes PewDiePie in subscribers.
Hunter Perkins becomes a member of the Quorum of the 12 and eventually becomes the youngest prophet.
Kayla Vang moves to South Korea to study Korean, but ends up auditioning for YG Entertainment and debuts in a K-pop group that becomes the next Blackpink.
Bryn Rasmussen, after many years of preparing, she takes her dad's job after he retires and becomes Sister Ras.
Hannah Waddups graduates from USU and is a world-famous surgeon.
Devin Robinson retakes his senior year to stay with his brother. They create a multi-million-dollar juice company.
McCall Wordle decides to divorce John after 3 months and marries Jed instead. They live... They live in Coach B's basement because Jed and Danny are bros for life.
Tia Robinson, after many dating app dates, she finds true love, and they get married happily. He has short hair, and his name is Elijah.
Kennedy Warren gets married at 17, is never heard from again. Oh, wait. I think that happened.
Eileen Rojas goes to a BTS concert with Kylie, doesn't sneak in with her. However, she hears that Kylie went to jail, so she tries to break her out of jail, but sadly gets caught, and so they spend jail together.
Jace Watson follows his dream of becoming a mechanic. He starts a multi-million-dollar car repair shop franchise.
Haley Ramon, after graduating college in her major in botany, she opens a new store called Haley's Little Plant Sanctuary.
Orson Whitaker turns to find out that Orson was the one who made and coded the video game that Ashley and David stole from him and didn't get any credit for it.
Jonathan Roman plays on the same soccer team as Zach, but his hair does not get into his eye, and now he's a world's famous soccer athlete.
Emily Wilcox becomes a world star clog dancer in Japan. She makes millions.
Susanna Rosales skips graduation, is never heard from again. No one knows where she is.
Caden Wilson, after graduations, takes Xander with them to a ranch in Wyoming where they find oil and make millions off of it.
Tyson Schwartz creates a code that sends astronauts to Mars. He receives a Nobel Prize.
Bridget Zahn gets TikTok famous for her singing and gets signed on to a record label and releases an album that is very successful.
Natalie Starley decides that Millard High needs better teachers, so she becomes one herself, gives an insane amount of homework, but she teaches well.
Amber Young is named the cutest girl to go to Millard.
Did you read that too?
Yeah. Shania Anderson is a rodeo queen and star. She goes pro and is really good at it. She marries a rodeo clown.
Deja Stevens has a jewelry line and starts her own business. Her chokers have 5-star reviews on Yelp.
Cody Callahan, after leaving Fillmore, she is happily a makeup artist in New York.
Grace Stevens finally decides to reveal that the Cowboy Act is a fraud. He becomes a used car salesman in Provo.
Callie Lowe graduates, but still gets texts asking her for answers. She kindly declines as she is now a full-fledged college student. And that's all.
We'd like to thank you guys all for coming and thank those who made this assembly possible. You guys are the best. And everyone, you can go to second period. Also, seniors, stay here because we have graduation practice. Thank you.